So, hi everyone. So, my name's Claire. This channel is about empowering you on your twin flame journey, your inner divine feminine, your inner divine masculine. I just saw tested and I saw emotions as I was shuffling there. So, this is either going to be a kind of SOS, which means I'm going to try and keep it about 15-20 minutes, or it might be like 30 minutes or something. I don't think it'll be longer. If it is, it is. But again, it's kind of interesting because it's literally like 9 o'clock at night, and yeah, unless I was actually doing a live stream, there's no way I would be drawn to film a recorded video. But yeah, I just felt guided to. Like I was again, I'm in a Pisces moon. I'm always like really sleepy, so and I always haven't kind of got quite a lot of energy. And you know, I had a client earlier, but it's like so even that I don't always work in a Pisces moon, but yeah, I just felt really guided to come and do this. So I'm going to get a general theme along with whatever, what did I say, tested in emotions. So I feel somebody's, you've had, well, who hasn't had tests on the twin flame journey. So yeah, I'll go into my speech. So everything I do is channeling, clearing, healing energy, meaning that everything I say is going to have something to do with whoever this is going to make sense to. So basically, if it doesn't, like, you know, that's something that's worth noting. If the reading doesn't make sense yet, it's probably not yours. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's going to just confirm what you felt, and even at that, you know, like be careful with that too, because like I've said before, it could be confirming what you feel about your story. But what if that part of your story isn't coming true for like another couple of years? Like, you can't put your life on hold. I just looked at 144. So if I've learned anything in my life, trust me, it's that. So yeah, yeah, and everything I do is clearing energy, meaning I'm always clearing the heavy energy, any fuckery, you know, if you've been sort of beating yourself up in your own head, so somebody must have been for me to say it like that. I don't usually say it like that. Or the world energy's getting to you, which is quite common on a Pisces moon. You can soak up everybody's stuff. Or yeah, or anybody sending you shitty energy. I'm not using those heavier cards like what's the tea and all the dark ones, because I'm quite sensitive, more sensitive than most of the Pisces moon, and I can't be arsed with that. Like I said, I was kind of like not half asleep, but like I said, I've just got to, actually I better mute that, but I've got to watch the end of one of these cheesy films, which it's not got to the end yet, so which this is going to be part of it. But it's basically a cheesy film, which from what I can gather, oh actually, oh my god, that is fitting with this, because the video that I did film earlier with my hand that I've not watched back yet, but the whole gist of that was somebody just has never got over somebody, but might only just be really realising now that that's love when you just can't get over somebody. And that's not what this film's about. This film is specifically, the woman's really busy, so very inner masculine. She's got 2 kids. She's hired a guy that's just lives within the area that she's, you know, it looks like her mum and his dad have set them up basically. And it's clearly going to be that she realises he's the one for her, you know what I mean? And he was there all along. So that's that kind of vibe. It's not one of the better ones I've seen, to be honest, but again, I was just sleepy and there was nothing on, so I picked one of these shitey films. Sometimes they're good. It's on Great Romance, so I think the channel's actually called Great, and sometimes they are good, but I don't know about great, but there's, wait a minute, there is that wee one, I don't think it's on this channel, but there is that wee film like this, but it's good, that I've caught like loads of times. Like, I've got my recordings, like I wouldn't actively put it on. I'd have to be desperate, because I've actually seen it a few times now, but desperate and sad to actually watch that again. But that's called It Was Always You. So there is a theme here. Right, okay, so, and I'm going to find out more of the themes. So these are normally what I do at the end, like, you know, how's this going to end up, but I'm going to do it at the start. What is the general theme here? Like, so, because we are in the build-up to the Lionsgate portal, which, if you don't know, is the 8th of August, and again, I might be called to do something. There's my stomach rumbling already. I might be guided to do something last minute, like an event, like, you know, like I don't know, a distant healing or a group Zoom or something like that. I normally just get guided to do it last minute. But again, even when I did give warning in the last one, you know, there weren't any takers, so I don't know if I'll bother. But again, I might get guided last minute. And by the way, can I just say, I mean, not that anyone's going to bother, but like, my makeup's totally melting off and everything, so it was, you know, it was me that would be bothered. I just thought, I'm not going and top, oh my god, I just went really lightheaded. I'm not going and topping up all my makeup, do you know what I mean? I put a bit of lip gloss on, but, yeah, like I said, someone just must need this message. Let's get it. What's the theme? I want to just ask, what's the theme? Or what? I feel this is what somebody really needs to know. So whether you're a divine feminine or a divine masculine, or when we get to the exciting time of when both people are watching the video, like, you know, if both two twins are separately watching it, which could be now, you know, that'd be so exciting if two people are in a twin flame connection, they're both watching the channel. So before I pull the card, I'm actually drawing a wee spider crawling down the window. So spiders to me can mean communication, but it can also be about the ancestors coming in to protect you and support you on your journey. So there could be incoming communication. Oh my god. Right, that's so weird because I mentioned that. Oh, that is just clarifying that. I mentioned that in the video earlier. Temptation. Think carefully about the situation. I think this is to do with I think this is to do with Mercury retrograde, right? I'm really feeling, oh, that's what's annoying me actually. I've noticed that, see, because it's like, it's a lot late at night and my makeup's like caked into my face. It starts sitting like really, it starts settling in and oh, anyway. See what I mean about it? It's quite interesting with some of the transits that's going on in my chart right now. It's that kind of, you can really sort of be scrutinising yourself a little bit there. So it's kind of, but mind you, not that it fucking, it's, I say this time of year all the time that basically, you know, Leo season is, my Venus in Aries is in the house of Leo, and what I notice every year is I have this, more of a magnetic energy around it, just, you know what I mean, like I just, yeah, again, I've had a few comments in the filter there that I've I've not let through, put it that way. Just people appreciate what they see kind of thing. But yeah, it's always the same, you know, I've got loads of funny stories of Leo season. It's always when somebody takes a shine to me, either offline or online, so it's just never the person I want. Never say never, guys. But what came up, labyrinth, yeah. So what I feel here is just beware of temptations. I think this has got something to do with Mercury retrograde. I really do feel before a lot of these physical unions coming in, there's going to be temptations. I feel there's going to be temptations from the past, like karmic people coming back. However serious, you know, whether this was relationships or marriages for some people, or you know, like a fling or something, or like new people. But it could be like, you know, yeah, so it's kind of a bit like, I just feel, just watch out for that, because that's what the devil will tempt you right before you're about to get what you want. So that's the warning for people, feminines and masculines. Even when you feel lost, there's always a way through the labyrinth. So I feel this is going to be about somebody that might be, again, oh, they're in my room, I can't be bothered going to get them, but it reminds me of the Jesus card that I've pulled out a few times, and I think it's literally in the last video where it's like, you know, something about temptation. That's clearly a theme. So, oh yeah, look, wow, that could be the thumbnail actually. Because look what's on the back, commitment. Now, what I feel about that is, so whenever I see the card, not every time, but because a commitment card came out earlier in the other one, and it's coming out now from a different deck, to me this can sometimes mean union. Well, basically any card, I just said carriage. I meant to say marriage and car, and I said carriage. Reminds me of Cinderella again. But so again, maybe there's something about I don't know, maybe it's like Cinderella vibes here. It's like, you know, I'm just asking what that means. If it's Cinderella, like if you're a feminine or a female, like you could feel like something too good to be true. I'm more kind of going with it. I wouldn't normally go with that with Cinderella, but I'm kind of going with the vibe. And you know how it's like, you only get the dream for like a set period of time, and then, you know, everything turns back to shit. It turns back to a pumpkin and turns back to the mice and everything from being a carriage and all this stuff at midnight. So it could be like this feeling of like you're not going to have something for very long. or a worry that is temporary. That's kind of vibes I'm getting. So this could be a female or a male, actually, divine feminine or divine masculine. It could be people mirroring. And again, I would normally, if I say something about Cinderella, I'd normally go more positive than that. Like, perhaps all you ever really want is to be seen for who you truly are, because that's the speech of the one with the people version, you know, that of Cinderella. But yeah, just with Commitment coming out earlier and Commitment coming out now, again, I haven't watched that one back yet, and like I said, I decide when I watch it back, now that I've got the membership option, that if I want to put it there first before I release it here, then I sometimes will do that. Although I think I'm putting it out, I'll just see, because I said it the other day and I released them both on at the same time. But I feel there's something here about be careful, because that's kind of made me of like twin flames but kingdom spouse. Like, there's somebody that God has chose for you, like, you know, that is a God ordained union, because that's what marriage means after all. And it's so funny because I've had so many I said this in the video earlier, but I've had so many conversations about marriage recently where it's like, you know, what it means to different people, and people that take it seriously, people that don't take it so seriously, all this kind of stuff. And it's kind of like, I really do feel that, and that's when it's a stronger message. When I say I really do feel it's like, yeah, be careful of temptation, because the real deal is like literally just around the corner. So just be careful that you don't get tricked by the devil. Yeah, commitment is an important factor to achieve a successful relationship. So yeah, that's a juicy one, but there is some sort of theme around that right now. So again, it's all to do with boundaries, you know, not everybody has good boundaries. So it's like I've said that before, it's like, you know, some people can find themselves in compromising positions where, you know what I mean? It's just, yeah, I actually find more men than women. I mean, women too, but I find more men, you know. Maybe don't know what to do in that situation, but right, so what else do we need to know about this? So somebody could be coming up against temptation if it's not already happened. And it's a warning not to fall into the trap. Because then we've got new love and chemistry. Now this wouldn't usually mean that, but I feel it's because something could be a temptation here. But I also feel it's a double message of, you've got a passionate union coming in with chemistry, coming in a new way. So it could be a new love coming in an old way, but I also feel there is something here around. Don't mix that up with the trick. Because like I always say, the devil doesn't come at you ugly. You know, whether you're a man or a woman, the devil will come at you being tempting. The chocolate bar, the good looking person, Cupid, love is in the air when Cupid's around. This is what I feel is the real love is about to strike, but you're going to be tested before that happens. And I just looked at the card that says spiritual. Your spiritual journey is beginning. Yeah, look, 1111, I'm being so dramatic. 1111 is an important number for twin flames. It symbolises the harmony and balance of soul counterparts. And I know I keep saying that, I've been saying this for at least since, well, over 6 months now. My belief is that, and just the download that I got, that a lot of people tuned into this channel, you know, not everyone, because some people had went through it long before, but a lot of you have been going through your big dark night of the soul. Like, I was talking to somebody today actually that, you know, when I was asking them a few questions, it just seems that they haven't even went through it yet. So it was more like future guidance for, and again, this is all anonymous, but like for what it might feel like when you're in that, as well as present stuff. I mean, because I pick up on past, present, future. But anyway, the point is, I feel this is going to really speak to people that have been going through that spiritual process since, which that does feel like a masculine, because, you know, that is it, you know, it will feel forever for you, but for a masculine, that's what that deck says, you know, like fast track to ascension, you know, going through a dark night of soul, and what that would be less than 9 months, wouldn't it, or around about that, is that's actually, you know, that's quite quick, considering some people can be in it for years kind of thing, or a year and stuff like that. So that's what I'm kind of feeling. It's like, so if that speaks to you, this could be yours. And I feel like I want to go more. Yeah, and there's just a lot of very, again, twin flames are all very telepathic, but this feels like something is so close to coming in. It feels like there is, I said it another one, but it feels like there is heavy mirroring, like very, very strong mirrored situations that are going on. So temptations could be coming both twins' way. Close soul connections are harmoniously synchronized, creating moments of telepathy. And if it's not temptations, it's tests of some kind. Doesn't need to be, I mean, temptation, I mean, it really does sound like it's romantic things, doesn't it? But it's, you'll know, that maybe this, you'll know when it happens, that you'll be like, oh, that was for me. And that's what I'm feeling. It's like close soul, or it could have already happened, you see, and this is making sense to somebody. Like the yin yang symbol, twin flames contain an aspect to each other's character within them, but cells. But you see, notice I was saying I feel it's because a union is close, and then I pulled yin yang, so that's how I know this is about a union. Again, I'm always channeling unions, especially when it's Leo season, which it is now. Because, like I said, I'll probably do that on the daily lives that I'm going to start from Friday, but I won't do the weekend kind of hangout. So I'll do one on Friday, and I'll be back on Tuesday. And like I said, if you missed me saying that on the other one, my goal is to do it from 1 o'clock UK time, so you'll need to see what that is for you. And I'd imagine I'll roughly end around probably 144. I'm going to try and say that I'll end at 144, if not before, or in the very latest 2 o'clock. But just so I can get in the habit of doing it, and so that I'm not giving too much energy, but it's consistent. And then I might not do the other extra lives at night and stuff. Sometimes I don't anyway if I've not got energy, but I might definitely not do them. I might definitely not. So again, that might have something to do with this. I might definitely not. What does that even mean? Like, I'll go with the flow. Because just with it being the Edinburgh Festival here and that as well, to be honest, yeah, I really probably only think I'll go out once. Like, that's what I done last year, but I do want to go out, and I definitely won't be saying when when I do that. But it's yeah, just I don't know, just in case. I think I just kind of like to just to to have that time there, because like sometimes my cousins come up and that, and family, and then I might, if I was going to see my friends, like I may as well just go and do something with them, even just like with the kids during the, like my nieces and that, during the day doing stuff in the festival. So it's kind of like I just, yeah. But anyway, blah de blah de blah. Because like I say, we're lucky. Like that's why it's my favourite time of year. I'm lucky that I live in Edinburgh, so I can go to the Edinburgh Festival. So like you said, I always, like, I don't know why am I giving this speech, but I actually did bar work, like, oh my god, how long ago was that now? 14 years ago, 13 years ago, something mental like that. Yeah, it was quite a long time ago. Oh wait a minute, I'll tell you exactly when it was. I think it was 14 years ago, because it was right when, because I nearly missed my flight to go to my best pal's when she'd just given birth. And basically, I nearly missed the flight, so like I was crying because I was pissed. But I didn't miss the flight. I did manage to make it. But the reason I know it was 14 years ago is I'm pretty sure he literally just turned 14 like a few days ago. Or it was like, a week ago. I think it was literally a week ago. So, actually, I tell you what, that's the 17th of July. So the 17th of July could be a synchronicity here for someone, and that's amazing that they've got me to say that, because it would have been more amazing if it was 17 minutes 30 seconds. But well, no, 17 minutes 7 seconds, but because I mentioned the 17th of July on the other one today, so if I don't put out the two out on the same day or around about the same time, that's obviously a very strong synchronicity, which, like I've said, I do actually consciously know that for at least a couple of people I can think of. It's either your birthday, your twin flames, or your kids. Probably more people than what I know, but it's just it's a very high vibrational number and day that. Yeah, I'm going to put these cards down now. What's on the bottom though? Getting to know each other. This is what I'm saying. Like, and that's so nuts. I just saw a synchronicity about that it's like there's going to be this energy about, I'm just trying to think, it's got to have been somebody's title, because I've just been so sleepy. I've been watching this film, and then I had a client earlier that I haven't really watched anything else. I've started to, and then I haven't bothered. So I feel it must have been somebody's title that I've just seen must have been about getting to know each other. So I feel if you didn't, oh, that's what it was. I know what it was. It was like the tiniest, like a 3-minute clip of somebody's longer video. That's what it was. And it was the same message, that it's like this person wants to get to know you because they didn't before, like they didn't. So whether it was through fear, or like it can just be like, it'd be blunt, like the person just Do you know what I mean? They didn't see the potential in the connection. Maybe they thought it was more casual or sex based or something, and then they realised, wait a minute, I've just overlooked a diamond while picking up stones. I don't say it all the time, but that's how it comes through. So yeah, as you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. But like I said, on the twin flame journey, that's what's meant to happen, right? Whether you see it as twin flames or kingdom spouse, the divine feminine is cloaked until the divine decides, right, now this person's matching your energy, we're going to reveal who you really are. 1111 on this card too. I'm enough, let go of expectations. But what I always say about this card is, see the butterflies chained to something. I feel this, if this is you, if you're the masculine energy in particular, you could be a feminine too that's still chained to something, but it's like, you know, your job or a friendship or a family or something like that. But it's like this butterfly is trying to break free, but it's like, you know, I am enough. Somebody now feels enough, and that kind of fits with what I just said about somebody feels enough. And so that's why it's like, really, in this journey, it's not really about, it is about you and it's not. But when your twin flame isn't choosing you, it's about you in the sense of, will you keep choosing you? And it's not a fairness thing. It's not like, oh, if you've been at this healing journey 10 years, I mean, this is what I mean. I say this every now and again, but they're making me say it again. You know, I've definitely saw other people kind of put it out there that, like, you know, are good at what they do, but kind of thinking, like, you know, it almost makes me worried for people. You know, this is like that overly worried side of me when I'm thinking, you know, if I see, so my stomach keeps rumbling, but it's like, you know, I probably haven't eaten enough today, but my stomach just likes to talk on these things, and then it makes it look like I'm crazy because you can't even fucking hear. But I think it's worry because it's the solar plexus. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah. Look, I was just talking about worry. That's so funny. But it's kind of like, you know, you can be in quite a comfortable place of inner union, like in unconditional love, putting yourself first, choosing yourself first. You know, you could be in like years of celibacy and all this kind of stuff, and it can still take your twin another few years on top of that, if not even longer, to match your vibration. So it's just, you know, from, again, I'm not the only one talking about on this journey, but again, I have been on this journey a very long time. You can see it in the comment, you know, in the description box below. And again, sometimes if I haven't even updated it, then it's not even, you know, but it's 14 years consciously knowing who my twin flame is. And like yeah, over 20 years, well, 21 years knowing my twin flame. So again, it's, you know, it's, I do know a lot about its journey, and it's not even that. It's like, see that yin yang card, like that is my life. You know what I mean? Like even today, like I was helping somebody today, and just I was open that, just, you know, with the circumstances, the synchronicities in which I was reading for this person, I was open like, oh, this might be one of the people that I'm reading for, that they're not on this journey. And I actually possibly think that could have been the case, but it equally could have been that, because like when I was tuning into this person's energy, it was, you know, there was stuff that was coming up about love and stuff like that. So again, keeping it honest, but it's I more think it's like, you know, it's not, it'll be for when it all sinks in for the person to work out, because it was more about work stuff. And anyway, blah blah blah. But the point is everybody I attract is on the twin flame journey, up until recently that I'm putting out that, and again, I really do feel it's because I'm coming more into my grounded energy, because I'm very like high vibrational. I'm very new earth energy. I've been, like I said, I've had crystal clear visions 9 years this, wait a minute, what's the date? Yeah, 24th. It's actually like, yeah, it's on the 29th. I'll have had this channel 9 years. So again, it's like, fuck's sake, 9 years, and we've only literally just hit 1,000 a few months ago. Or was it a month ago? I can't remember. But you know what I mean? It's like, you know, so that in itself shows how, you know, hard working I am. And it's not, again, I'm not going to claim that I was at that hard every day for Ninja. I absolutely wasn't. I was scared, you know, I stopped and started and all that shit. That's why I'm good at helping people, like if you've got similar in life and anywhere in life. But I got on with it when I was ready. So I can tell by the way that I've channeled that it's this person, this masculine, is going to their feminine when they're ready and not a moment before. Very interesting the way that came through, but I still feel it's going to fit with the title of that film. It was always you. So I feel this is going to be a masculine that always knew it was you. and that had plans to circle back around to you, whatever that looked like. Because sometimes people can just know that's who I want to be with, but they let go of how that all happens. Yeah, interesting. Okay, so could you tell us, now this is going to be really interesting, maybe that's why I'm doing another one on the same day. There was a card that came out this day, and I still haven't looked through each, and I'm not going to actually, I quite like the excitement of like, oh, this is new. I usually look at every single card when I get a new deck, but I didn't do that for the first time, so I feel there's something that you don't usually do that's kind of out of character, because that's just a thing that I've done, like, for as long as I've had Oracle cards and Tarot. Like I said, I've definitely, I'm pretty sure I got my first Oracle deck. It wasn't a tarot deck, it was my first Oracle card deck when I was like 14 or 15, right? And then I definitely got like loads, and just like started getting fucking tons of them from like 16. And I just, yeah, I had loads. And now I've got like hundreds and hundreds. But it's kind of like, oh, where was I going with that? Yeah, for as long as I can remember, I would always just look through every single card, right? Especially because I was excited to get these ones, but I haven't done it, and I'm quite liking that. Oh, I haven't seen that. Like today, you'll see in the video earlier, I think I'd already said things like that, and then I pulled out a card that had long lost love or something, or longing after love, and the card was so scary. So again, in case maybe, I don't know, that I've said something in that I feel like, oh, I'll not put out now, I'll put out later, because it's to do with time, and sometimes it's to do with, I spoke about my own journey a wee bit. I know I do it all the time, but sometimes I'm like, oh, that feels too deep, and it's just on the day. I don't like to put on the day, and then I watch it, I'm like, oh, it's fine. But I mean, it all basically tied in, and it's just kind of like that card, if it doesn't come out, but I mean, I'm kind of thinking, is it going to come out? See, it could have even been that it was on the bottom, we'll never know. I'm shuffling again, and it's like, I'm going to trust that whatever if it's the same card, I'll be wowed, but I probably wouldn't be surprised. If it's not, you'll see it whenever that video goes out, or you'll see it on the membership if you're one of the 3 people on there. Thank you, you know who you are. We've now got 2 men and 1 woman, and so I'm just really excited because it was the 2 men that joined first. So I just think that's an amazing thing too. I just got drawn to 27/7. That's actually my cut. Now 27/11 just pulled me in too. So these dates could be significant for something exciting happening, or it could be someone's birthday. Like I know that the 27th of July is actually my cousin's birthday. So somebody could be a Leo here. Yeah, but anyway, the card was interesting. It was basically, it spoke about, because these are past life cards, it spoke about, it feels like it's going to come out now because I've said it, but what did it say again? It said something about, it's had loneliness, that was it. So it's like, whether you're feeling lonely because you're not got someone and you're longing after somebody from the past, or you're in a loveless relationship longing after somebody from the past. I had something specific like that, and I was like, fucking hell, that's quite a lot of twin flames, you know what I'm saying? If not all of them. But right, so what have we got for the feminine specifically? But this could still pick up on the masculine's feminine side feelings too. So what have we got here? Phobias, anxiety overcoming fears. So I pulled that in reverse, but I don't know if these cards give a reverse. 6. So the 6th of August could be significant. Nah, it's not got a reverse, so I'll just read the whole thing. So for the feminine or the masculine's feminine side, your feelings, your receptive side, many present phobias are based in a past life traumas or even deaths. Fear of heights can come from a tragic fall. Fear of water can stem from previous drowning. Claustrophobia can be based in past life imprisonment. Even a modern phobia like flying can be sourced in the fear of falling or fear of enclosed spaces. While not all specific anxieties point to the past, it's very common for strong present anxieties to be connected in some way to old unknown traumas. For example, fear of public speaking. Notice that's not a coincidence that I just spoke about how long it took for me to get on with this, you know what I'm saying? And also how weird, I was actually in somebody's reading earlier. I could see from their astrology and reading their soul basically that person would be suited to public speaking should they choose to do anything like that. So that's kind of interesting. That could be a thing for somebody watching. See, there's always a theme. If I read, like if I've done a reading for somebody, or I don't usually call it a reading, but if I've done that was kind of more somebody that was more interested in, that basically was somebody that didn't kind of really know too much about it. Yeah, that basically covers it, and that. So So I didn't go full on Claire, you know what I mean? It was more tame. You've got to kind of, basically, when I tune into people that are newly awakening, you know what I mean? I don't want to overwhelm people, so that's what I mean. I kind of watered down the clearness. Fear of public speaking is often a sign of past embarrassments, public rejections, or even executions. Being in front of a group of any size could trigger. I can't believe that. I can though. You know, they made me say that about here because it's relevant to Sunday for this. Subtle memories are difficult events, filling you with dread and making you desperate to escape. But no matter how extreme your fear may be, you have the power to release the past and free yourself now and forever. And again, that was the point of me saying that. I was scared for years, and then I got on and done it, and I'm not scared to do it now. Do you know what I mean? Meditate on the past life source and jot down any impressions you may receive. Then rescript the traumatic event, visualising yourself being empowered and living a long, healthy, happy, and fear-free life. And again, that's why these cards are, I'm fucking loving these cards because they're so suited to what I help people with every single day, whether it's on these videos or definitely in personal sessions. So definitely, if you feel like any of this is resonating at any point, especially when I use these cards, but really when I'm doing anything, book a personal session. I can help you personally with this stuff. So support that by learning to relax, practice some mental desensitizations again, because I can't say the word though, because I could do all of this and hypnotherapy and coaching and stuff, where you gently visualize yourself approaching your fear, do some regular breathing and slowly add a bit of exposure over time. I'm specifically good at helping people with that because that's what my challenge Fuck It Let's Go is all about. Which, by the way, when we've got a few more people on the memberships, probably on one of the levels that I haven't added yet, but I'll just see, like, that is where I'm going to run the challenge, you know, like when there's, so it won't be for, I don't even know if it'll be this year, to be honest. I think it will be this year though, when I've done the other levels and we've got at least a few people. Because I just, you know, I might run it in public again. I suppose it would be wise for people to, you know, to have a chance to do it if they're maybe not able to invest. But I just don't feel it translated that well. I always ran my challenges in a private group, and it just feels like it would fit better. I don't know. And again, I'm all about testing things out. So, for example, if you're afraid of heights, you can imagine yourself on one step ladder, breathe in it, relax, and then add another step to your visualization. Take your time increasing things when you're ready. I feel this is about, right, at some point, I feel you're a feminine energy, right, that again could be female or male, that you were really afraid to face your fear. And I specifically feel it was the fear of telling your twin flame how you feel. But because I pulled it in reverse, I think you done it. Now, there was one that I done like this recently. I feel it's very much a collective thing. I think whether that was ages ago or more recently, I think you done it. I think you did tell your twin flame how you feel, however you chose to do that. And it's probably more than likely going to be the way that they weren't ready for you. That's what it was the other usually the way. But then they catch up. If it's your twin flame, they catch up. You know what I mean? And oh my god, this is quite fascinating actually. I wonder if it's going to say something like that in the rest of the card. But it's got an eagle at the top of the ladder and it's got a snake at the bottom. And it's also got a spider on the ladder. And remember, I saw a spider at the window. So spiders, that's interesting. Spiders can mean communication to me. So that could even be like a text or a call coming in. Or written communication. You could be writing something down, you know. Whether it's like writing a note for something you need to remember for fucking your shopping or writing a book, it could be anything. But spiders can also mean black magic. So very different things in different scenarios. And also, just like snakes can be a bad thing, a snake in the grass, but snakes can also be a good thing. It can be kundalini. This is just what means to me. Rebirth. But basically, Scorpio energy too. But yeah, I feel it's like, you know, the snake is like the lower world and the eagle is like the upper world sort of energy. So it's kind of like, or at least being able to, in different schools actually, it could be probably a different direction, but it's like, it's being able to see from above, you know, from a higher perspective. So I feel this is about like, it's, because I'm going to go into, because you know, although I'm describing the feminine right now, too, this can be for a masculine, too, this can be a masculine's feelings. So basically what I'm getting at, you've moved through the darkness and now you've got a higher perspective on this. A little bit like, I suppose they're guiding me to say, it's like, say that you did have a moment of courage and you told your twin flame how you felt, or it might not even be like, look, reaching out to be like, I love you or anything, but I do feel it probably is going to be this. It's like, it's kind of like, you know, you haven't seen them in years and you reach out and you say happy birthday or something. It's like, you're scared because this could be totally fucking random. But these are the kind of things that twin flames are guided to do, because you just want to let this person know that you care, because you can feel, what if nobody's actually, what if there is nobody around this person right now that is actually caring to see how they feel? You know what I mean? It's hard to describe, but that's basically, we all know as a twin flame, you can feel it. You can feel, and that's what I feel somebody's done at some point. And it's more about, like I said, it's not always about them, it's about you. Like when I've said, whenever I've done something like this in the past, it was about me facing my own fear and doing it for me. And also I just know that if I've done that at any point in the timeline, guess who has to mirror me back? And then it's just the fact that it's like, I'm excited for when my twin flame does something, overcoming a fear, like reaching out to me, whatever that is. Like, hey, can we talk and just fucking clear the air? Even if it's just that, let's just clear the air and we can both go our separate ways and close the door and have closure. Do you know what I mean? Who knows? Because I don't know what that conversation will take. But anyway, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like anxiety overcoming, do it for you kind of thing. Don't do it for anyone. But again, like I've always said, if the thought of that completely terrifies you and you're like, no fucking way, that would kill me. If they, it'd kill me to do that. It's like, if this person rejects me, I'll never get over it. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, right, you're not ready to do it then yet. Do you know what I mean? But if you're a little bit scared, you're like, do you know what, I'm kind of be quite gutted, but I'll survive. I've went through worse. I might be a bit upset for a while, but I'll get over it. Do it. Fucking do it. You'll feel brilliant. Do it for you. And I'll be very proud of you, and you can come back and celebrate, privately or publicly. But yeah, I really do feel this is about you faced your fears. That's what I'm getting for this. So let's read the rest of the cards. But like I said, that can be for a feminine or a masculine. The two key components of overcoming phobias are releasing the need for control and learning to relax and trust. Yet there was something in the other video, so I'm going to watch them both. So these might not get published till later at night, because I'm going to watch Love Island after this, but I might be able to sort of multitask. Sometimes I'll kind of half listen to it and put out. I feel this is going to be about releasing control and going with the flow. It's a bit like, look what I just said there. Like, you know what I mean? Just, I know what I want, and I want a conversation to clear the air, but I can't control what happens next. But the thing is whoever my twin flame is, same with him. He'll know what he wants to achieve, and he can't control it. And that's what I said in the video earlier. The biggest thing I've learned on my twin flame journey from my side of it is let go of control. I think we were both fucking control freaks when it came to whatever the fucking hell happened here. You know what I mean? Whether it was nothing or something. That's my view on it. So just fucking let go. That's the divine feminine and their fully embodied power. Because by the way, I've had a few people say that to me recently. It reminds me of something along the lines of that. Like it reminds me of when I was on that. Like my auntie got me this Zoom thing about, it was like myths and legends and shit like that. And basically the long and short of it was I got put in a Zoom room. But that is what I'm, going to do with you at some point. Maybe really quite soon, because I do love Leo energy. And like you said, I'm not planning on going out partying the whole Leo season. I'm just wanting basically one fucking night out. Maybe I cut, it depends what. Again, a lot of my stomach's rumbling again, but a lot of my friends have got kids and that, so it's just like the holidays are crazy, and it just normally never happens. But I definitely know at least one. It's like, right, we're definitely going out. It's kind of like, it's that kind of thing of, yeah, I just love the happy sort of bubbly energy. So it's like I might do some kind of interactive thing, quite soon, but yeah, so, oh yeah, that's basically it. Yeah, but I got put in this route, so it was like a 10-minute chat, if even that, 8 minutes. And one of the things the woman said to me was, it's really striking me how fully embodied you are. And at first I was like, what do you mean? But she just she's never met anybody that was so comfortable in their own skin, basically. Because sorry, this is like, yeah. I couldn't find a black, but I mean, I'm not bothered about the leopard skin strap kind, but it's kind of like, it's going really low. I'm like, how fucking low is that? We did that all day. But anyway, how low can you go? If you're exposed to a fear stimulus, remember to breathe deeply, stretch and let go. You can release this karma and slowly choose peace of mind and freedom from fear. Because the more you do things you're scared of, you actually work out, why the fuck was I scared for that long? You know what I mean? At the end of the day, if it's talking your twin flame, they're just another person. Take them off the pedestal. Do you know what I mean? I think we've all been through the phase, and if you've not been through it, you're still in it, where you've got your twin on a pedestal. So whether you're a masculine that's got a feminine on a pedestal, or a feminine that's got a masculine on a pedestal, take them off. They're a person. They've got flaws and insecurities and things that they don't like about themselves, things that you're going to find annoying about them, and vice versa. Like, you're not perfect people, you know what I mean? But it is the imperfect other half of your soul, if it's your true twin flame. So, um, I have power over fear. I trust in myself and in my ability to relax and be at peace in any situation. Yeah, so I really do feel, like I said, with that coming out of reverse, I'm so good at when you're so fascinated if that card comes out again, because it came out in the masculine side, that I feel that's a feminine, that you overcame your fear, and I feel you reached out and you let this person know how you feel. So you basically left the ball in their court, and like I said, they might have got back to you right away. Probably not though. They might have, taken quite a while to get back to you, or this might be, this is what is going to be happening right now. So, well, I don't know about now, but whenever this catches up to manifestation. So, and also that can be whatever. It'd be funny if it's the same card, but the masculine, because you're a feminine that overcame your fear, and like I said, I do feel it is directly related to the twin flame. Because again, it could be about your calling or something. Because again, think about it. Mine was to just be consistent on here, which did, again, took me fucking years, but I'm here. Oh my god, it took me fucking years, but I'm here. And I'm talking about being on here, but I think that's really funny. But I can feel that it took me fucking years, but I'm here. I'm shuffling the masculine card. Yeah, it took it possibly. I feel it took this person years to realise what they wanted and how they truly felt, but they've connected the dots better late than ever. So again, somebody was spiritually asleep till now. That's what it is, and that is the case with twin flames. Again, if you ever meet somebody that's in love with somebody from the past and it's been a very long time, there's probably going to be quite a good chance they're on the twin flame journey. I mean, you can't say that about everyone, but you know what I mean? If it's me that basically comes into contact them, I instantly know and think it, because that is, like I said, I just meet twin flames in the most random places, in person too. But it's not like everyone's a twin flame. It's because I'm a twin flame healer. They do gravitate towards me, kind of thing. But like I said, every now and again, I am sort of feeling I'm attracting people that aren't on that journey. But even sometimes they are. Even anyway, blah, blah, blah. Right. So, what's the masculine's card? But I do feel that masculine is they're going to overcome their fear too. Whatever card comes out here. Oh, I don't like when community comes out for divine masculine, and it's interesting. I was being drawn to 39 minutes on the timer. I didn't say it, but I feel 39 could be a significant age for you. And like I was saying, I was talking to somebody recently that is that age as well, so that is significant. I talk to a lot of you that are that age, to be honest, because there's a lot of people that tune in that are 1985. But yeah, personal and professional connections, community. So I'm saying I don't like that because that card's come out when I've been doing messages for specifically for the masculine about karmic communities, that have held this masculine back. And this is the question. Well, I'm loosely doing my own spread, but this is usually when I'm at the question of what's a karmic lesson here. So do you know what I mean? I definitely, I can feel they're saying a community has held this masculine back. I've not seen this one yet. Devotion, spiritual practices, intuitive history. So again, don't know what that means. I've read that before, but I will read it from the book. I feel intuitively like this masculine has been held back by a community of people. Now, whether that's friends, family, or friends and family, or just like a way of living that is not suited. Just your lives clash. Like, you could have somebody that's not interested in partying, and yeah, basically you could have somebody that on the long grand scale of things is quite happy not being out and about and being really extrovert, because this is usually what happens to somebody. And you've got somebody that is basically thrives extra, wants to be around loads of people all the time, kind of thing. And then what you'll find is, and if it's true twin flames, you'll actually have both went through a period of one being the other, because I can definitely sense and know from what I know it, like, I can, yeah, I've got my own sense of when me and my twin flame have kind of been like that. I even saw it like over a few years when we both went to the same festival. Like, it seemed to be like one year we were there. Well, I don't know actually. The first kind of year we were probably, but basically what I'm saying is it's like it seemed maybe not the first. I think there was more than it. I kind of lose track of time. It was that fucking long ago. But there was definitely 2 years in a row anyway where it was like, one year it was like he was more up front and I don't know, just kind of out like dancing, and I don't know, it just seemed like whenever I fucking went I was like, oh, shit, there he is again, and kind of like, do you know what I mean? And I don't mean it, but I just mean it as awkward, do you know what I mean? But I was the one that was openly, everybody knew that I had feels for him, and again, a few people would have known he had feels for me too, but you know what I mean? It was more kind of, more felt to me anyway, like it was like, I'm the fucking one that's no getting over him, and he's the one that doesn't want me. So it's just, it was a shitey feeling basically. And then it was like everywhere I turned, oh, there he fucking is. Do you know what I mean? Whereas then again, it was like the year after that, it was weird. It was like I was more confident and I was kind of more, felt like I had more confidence, and then he was more like retreating back. So again, it's just obvious that we're twin flames. But like I've even said before, like I remember at the time there was like, you know, basically because it was Facebook, there was an album, and it was like somebody, I've said this before, but there was, it's hard to describe. We were the same people. We weren't. We didn't all go in the same. It was just everybody fucking knew each other, right? And then it was like sometimes we would be in the, but there was enough people that I could basically I could avoid him. And he was able to avoid me anyway. But it was kind of like, but we could keep an eye on each other. Do you know what I'm saying? Whereas I wouldn't have been doing that so much because I basically didn't, you know, I was afraid of what I was going to see if I was keeping an eye on him. But he was definitely keeping an eye on me. I can tell when he's doing that basically. But yeah, basically the point is there was in this photo album, and it was one photo above the other. It was a photo of him and it was a photo of me, and it was, we're basically posing the same. We both had our shades on. That's not a big thing, but we both had our sunglasses on, which kind of looked similar, and we were both holding a pint and laughing. And I think we both had a denim jacket on or something too. It was just, it was quite weird. It was like I could clearly see, oh my god, like, so I think even other people be like, that's kind of weird, like just knowing if they knew our history of each other and the photos were, and I thought that's, but equally maybe nobody, maybe it was just something that I was meant to see, and maybe he saw it too. It was weird. But that's what I mean. It's like that's where I've had that's really the only time really I've had an interest in kind of consecutive years. I think it was just those 2 years I noticed, like kind of weird. But yeah, I really do feel this masculine's, I think they're saying spiritual practice, intuitive history, this masculine's awakening to where basically, I don't know, something isn't serving them. So basically, let's see what this says. 38. So actually, maybe it could have been the same karmic people that held this masculine back in the past, or helping them back, or holding, not helping them. Well, there might be some people helping them too, but well, I'd fucking hope so. But you know, the same people that held you back in a past life are holding you back in this life. So whether it's a couple of people or a few people. Besides coming back with our friends and family, we also return with our business associates, religious groups, and others who share our interests. Many times it's because we have enjoyed these close connections and we want to relive both interests and the relationship. Sometimes, however, here we go, it's to work out old issues that have been left unfinished. So basically, what I'm kind of feeling is if somebody sabotaged a twin flame union in a past life, they could be trying to sabotage it again in this life, and it's your job, masculines, to see through them. Feminines too, because it happens to all of us. So if you have some conflict with a boss or a co-worker in this life, you've likely been through this in some other form, either as a giver or receiver of the problem. It's important to commune with others and of like mind, recognise your care and resonance of people in the groups you frequent. If there's an abrasive energy with an individual, release any toxic attachment from the past. Maintain your peace and power no matter whom you may be around. If the whole group doesn't seem to resonate with you, your karma may require you to move on. Wow, I'm sorry, but what the actual fuck? From the card earlier that the masculines got, which was about being in a loveless relationship, which, let's just be fucking frankly honest, a lot of them are, or you are, regardless of your gender, or you have been at some point. It's what the masculine energy does, and you're not doing anything wrong. It's your journey, you know. And I, for one, am fucking delighted I didn't choose that side of the ride. I'm just saying, the masculines, especially the men, women too, but the masculine men might think that they got the fucking, you know, they're like, woohoo, I got the good side of the journey. But I actually, you know, but again, you know, I can't see it any other way. But like even, you know, I've had people saying that recently this week, like, you know, like I said, you know, like, I don't know, just a comment about, you know, so like, so basically you're waiting on this. It's kind of like, well, I don't see it like that, but it's kind of like, I just don't have energy. Like, I don't have energy for like, Lord, I've just never been somebody that's like, got loads of different people on the go or that. Like, even I mean, just like talking to them and that. I'm all or nothing. Do you know what I'm saying? Kind of reminds me of, I've got a nightie through my kitchen hanging up, you know, like my washing, and it's got due to passion or not at all. That's how I am with most things. I've got Venus and Aries. Do you know what I mean? Like, I need to be crazy about somebody and they're crazy about me. And I don't mean in that toxic kind of modern way that they say on Love Island, like, I need you to be obsessed with me. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of like, I just want to be really into somebody and they're really into me and we're both equally into each other. I don't want to be fucking worried about somebody fucking going off down the lane with Sally down the corner and fucking whoever on a night. You know what I mean? That's just stress. And that's why in twin flame connections you often are paired with someone but not paired. You know, your twin flame can be somebody that has got a wandering eye. Do you know what I mean? And it's your lesson to be like, actually, I don't want to do this anymore. You know what I mean? And then maybe some of them just fucking repeat the karmic lesson and they do. You know what I mean? You got to let go. But know you, because I know me. So that's the way that I look at it. You've got to know you. So even though you might love this person, know what your boundaries are and your values and what you want, and that's what I want. You know, and that's why I say all the time, I love mine. I hope he's happy, but and obviously I definitely want a conversation with him at some point, but and also I just like to say that it doesn't need to be, I'm not expecting like an instant relationship with the conversation. Do you know what I mean? It's just it's realistic and practical to fucking have a conversation to clear the air and just see where you're both at, kind of thing. So anyway, come away from my stuff, or I won't put this out. I'll put in the membership now though, but I'll put it in public though. It's fine. It's nothing I haven't said before. So but yeah, your karma may require you to move on. Harmonious connections lift your energy and create a more fluid and receptive alignment with the universe. Your soul desires these positive vibrations, so investigate some options and shared activity and connections. There may be some group karmic directive that is your destiny to fulfill. The power of multiple minds expands the consciousness and intentions of people who come together with purpose and enjoyment. I feel that's about the masculines that are being called into mission work and service work, you know, with their feminines. It blesses both your life and the energy of the world to join kindred souls in happiness and high intentions, as well as soul family in general. Enjoy groups you find yourself drawn to. Make sure that they honour yourself and follow your own preferences. If you can't find an established group that calls to you, create your own. Yeah, maybe that's what some people need to hear as well. Whether in a meditation circle, a book club, a hiking group, associate with honouring people who also want to learn, enjoy and share your experiences. And who knows, maybe one of you found this soul fam space today, and aren't you lucky? We're all fun people around here, not just me. I'm attractive, fun and supportive. Oh, look at that. I'm attractive, fun and supportive people to my life. I connect with the highest and best groups who share my interests and activities. And it's on page 111, so it's alignment. So yeah, so that's a powerful message. I'll no bother reading another one. What was it? Devotion. Yeah, I just feel that because it's talking about spiritual practices, I feel it's about this masculine moving into a more, I don't like saying spiritual life because that means different things to different people, but yeah, following a more mystical spiritual life. And it's Pisces moon, so right, like I said, I'm not specifically following my normal questions, but what I'm going to ask is where, kind of am though, where is this feminine at currently towards the masculine? Right, so that's interesting. So I don't know if it came out in the one earlier, because again, I'm like, I don't know whether this will have been the collective or when I was doing someone's personal or whatever, but King of Water, compassionate, understanding, trustworthy. And I'm going to read what it says in the book here, but this is the King of Cups. This is the guy, even upright, you know, that can be, look, he's got his hand over his heart, so that can be the person that like loves somebody so much, but they never tell them. You know, they just watch them from the sidelines. Maybe even watch them move on with someone, you know, it just depends what we're talking about here. But because it came out reversed, I really do feel it's like doubly worse. Like, I feel like this is somebody that's held their feelings back for a very long time. So let's see. God, I'm hungry again, actually. Oh, whenever I talk about hungry, that's sexual energy. So this experience will be handled with emotional maturity and a trustworthy heart. The parties involved have the best interests of everyone in mind. There's a desire to resolve any challenges in a kind and compassionate way. Yeah, this fits with the one I done earlier, because there was something about needing to resolve a conflict. If your heart is moved to support a particular case or charity, do so with passionate determination, accept advice given in a kind and caring manner, and being as good as gold. It says it's safe to trust now. The situation is as it appears, and the other people involved have great integrity. So feminines, that's important that you know that this masculine is somebody you can trust when they come forward. You can set fear and worry aside and experience your positive emotions fully. Although it did come out reversed, so what I'm kind of taking that, I mean, is this person might not be as open as they want to be because they're a bit cautious. But it will be different for different people. A love of art, music, or dance, a fair mediator, listening carefully to others, a diplomatic approach to challenges. That seems to be the theme today. You'd think it was a Libra moon, but it's like important conversations, resolving conflict. That's what I feel more than anything. Right, where's this masculine at towards the feminine? So like I said, I feel that as a particularly a compassionate man that's in love, whether they say that or not, or however much they say, coming towards a feminine. So like I said, I usually do channel it like the feminine's a woman and the masculine's a man, but you can, you know, change the things, whatever. But it's just because that was a man on that card. So where's the masculine towards the feminine? Keeping that in mind. I love these kind of messages because it get like, I mean, I really do feel with some of these, like, who knows, like, please let me know if that's the case. Like, some of these twin flames could already literally be talking. Like, there could be literally a peace talk going on right now because we've got the Eight of Fires, the Eight of Wands. This is about like swift, fast communication. It's about text. It's about calls. It's about travel. It's about somebody turning up at your door. Speed, activity, multitasking. So remember, I was asking where's this masculine towards the feminine. They're on their way. I feel like I need to go and get those cards. It's like I'm on my way. But and it's kind of like, I know I can hear people being like, where the fuck are they? Because this card keeps coming out and they're no fucking here. But again, one of these times you're watching one of these, it'll be yours. So you've too many things going on. It may seem as though you're trying to juggle. Oh, wait a minute, this is giving a different meaning. But I mean, that is what that means. It may seem as though you're trying to juggle dozens of tasks at once. If your life has felt as though it was moving in slow motion, it's definitely about to change. While multitasking like this can sometimes seem stressful, this card represents a good kind of stress. Your to-do list is filled to the brim with things you want to do. The real challenge is choosing which to do next. And the main message on the shorts for today, although they're all timeless, this and the shorts, was not prioritising love, because it was whatever it was. I don't know if it was two. I think it might have been, no, I think it was the Temperance, and then it was the Two of Cups in reverse, but it was more the visuals on those. It was actually the same cards, so it might come out during this. But it was like, yeah, the Two of Cups was in reverse, so it was like somebody was keeping themselves busy with work and whatever other just probably karmic distractions of any kind, and wasn't putting what really matters to them. So that it actually fits with this. It can be the masculines that distract themselves with work, or karmic lusty connections, afraid of love kind of thing. And again, it's like, you know, I said that to somebody earlier as well, you know, you got to be careful how long you, whether it's that, like distracting yourself with less intense connections because you're not ready for the real one, which is fine because it's part of the twin flame journey, for the masculine definitely, but like it's but it can also be like, you know, when you're focused on your money, and like, you know, you just never feel like you've got enough money for the goals that you want to go ahead with. And that can even be like, for right, when everything's together and I feel like I'm in a good place and this and this area of my life, then I can be that person. But what if that's like, if you're never reaching that day, you're falling for the matrix trap of you're not good enough, you know, until you get like, you know, that can be an addiction, like, you know, that you're trapped in. So I help people with that all the time, so that's what's coming through. This card also indicates events, and this is what I was describing. Events that unfold very quickly. Often this is due to an unexpected message or a new information that hadn't been anticipated. I do feel there's some kind of shocking communication here. Someone turn, I need those cards that are like, I'm going to turn up at the door. There is that feeling in there. I know I've been saying it for a week, but there is that feeling in there. Because Leo's about following your heart. So at this time, it's very important to communicate accurately and precisely with those around you. And also the page is 98, so I feel something's almost 100%. Take a deep breath. We know you're feeling anxiety in the face of all the opportunities before you, Divine Masculine. But when you're tempted to give and overwhelm, remind yourself that you're actually very blessed. Focus on the dreams coming true and ask for assistance. That's very clear. That is about I wondered why they were getting me to read the books for this, but that's why. I knew it was because I was a bit more tired actually, but it's because of these specific words are so perfect with what I'm channeling here. Like, this is a masculine that wants to go, like, it feels like never never. They're like, if I don't do it now, I'm going to bottle it again, and who knows how much more time can go past. I'm just going to do it. And like, rather than thinking everything that could go wrong, this person's like, but what if it goes right? Remember, we guardian angels are amazing multitaskers. So it says, moving boldly and swiftly forward. Oh, I might put that in the title. Needing to get organised, travel by air, sudden flashes of inspiration. Now that could even, sudden flashes of inspiration, that's very Aquarius moon, which we just came out of. So this could even be somebody that was having a huge epiphany during the Aquarius moon, which was, remember, directly involved with the Capricorn full moon, because it was conjunct Pluto. Yeah, like, you know, basically it was a Capricorn full moon, but like literally you blinked and the moon was in Aquarius, so that's how that works. And then the Pluto adds intensity. Right, and before I forget, I'm going to get those cards. I'm going to pause this. Right, that's interesting. I couldn't find my cards earlier, but I just found them when I went through. Like, I couldn't find them in another one, but it was because they wanted me to use the other cards to give the message. So, right, so because of what I've said about there's, you know, communication or text or calls, or like I said, if somebody knows where you live, they could turn up at the door, or, you know, it could be even if they don't know where you live, it's like, where do you live, and come and see you, kind of thing. Or can I come and see you, know, something like that. It's there's a card like that. So could you just tell us, where is the collective of masculines, all the ones, I think I just saw it out the corner of my eye, where are the masculines at that are connecting with this message whenever it manifests? Where are they physically at? So I want to specifically say, this is not what somebody's daydreaming about. This is what they're actually going to do whenever this comes to pass. I'll put it back. It's very Mercury retrograde and we're not even officially in it. I'm joking. I'm taking my time. But this makes sense actually. I'm taking my time. This time I want to do things right. That's why I don't want to rush things and risk losing you altogether. I want it to be right. It's kind of given that pentacle. Oh my God, I fucking said that to someone earlier reading for it. I keep talking like Love Island. I hope it's going to stop when it finishes. It's over in less than a week, guys. So, but yeah, it is giving pentacles, like slow. This person's taking their time, but when they turn up, it's like what they've got to say is going to be powerful. That's what I feel. What else? So this person's taking their time currently. Oh wow, that fucking hell, that's crazy. So what day is this? Today's Wednesday, and I channeled Mediumship Monday on Monday, funnily enough, and it was all about insecurity. So that is what's arising in a lot of twins right now, feminine and masculine. You treat me better than I've ever been treated, and I know, and again, what I'm hearing is this person might not even know that. They might not have even hung around to see what you're even like, because that's what came out in this, that they didn't get to know you. They might have known you to a certain extent, but that's usually how it is with twin flames. Even if you think you know them really well, there'll be parts of them you don't. But some of you will know that it's like, oh, we didn't get to know each other in that way. So you treat me better than I've ever been treated, and I know that you can give me everything I want, but I'm still struggling with my fears, mainly about not being good enough for you. I already said that in this, didn't I? It's my own insecurity holding me back. So it's like when I said, you know, it's not about somebody rejecting you, it's about somebody not feeling on your level yet, you know. And it's not, it's a consciousness thing. With twin flames, it would be very hard to be around your twin flame if they're at a different level of consciousness and you're still in your kind of on just a lower level of consciousness. It doesn't even necessarily be bad. Like, it can even that's what's heartbreaking. It can even be like someone might have still done a lot of healing, but they're still just not, someone's keeping them away. So it's a soul thing. Deep. Right, well, how many more will we pull? I knew that. I fucking knew that was going to come out. That's the one I was trying to think. What else did I say? Look, remember what I asked? I'm on my way to you. So I'm telling you, somebody's, again, I know I've said this in a few, but this is the moment somebody turns up at somebody's door. Let's hope they've given you warning, but you might not for some people. Yeah, this person's on their way to you because they just feel like it's been too long and it's the right time. Leo is very full in your heart, but just bear in mind that and it could be from passion. So I'm laughing because I don't like reading these cards, but I want you. And remember when I said I was hungry? Because I am literally hungry, but I worked out that when I say I'm hungry, it means about sexual stuff. I can't help wanting you sexually. Your energy excites me and your body and mind turn me on. I want you right now and I don't care about anything else. Remember, that can make you, this masculine, and it can make basically both twin flames, whichever one you are, it can make you very attractive to other people as well. So that's why temptation has come up. So yeah, I want you, and so I'm on my way to you. So it could be, you know, that kind of energy that's leading somebody to you. But insecurities could be holding somebody back. But equally, it could be like, fuck that, I'm going. Do you know what I mean? And that's called having a drink. So I'm not saying this person's drunk when they turn up your door, but they might well be. You let me know. So yeah. Oh, actually, I meant to say what was behind that was something about I should have fought for you, but I shuffled it back in, and I can't go another day without you. Yeah, so I'm telling you, like, you know, this person's very keen to see you, to talk to you, and they, oh look, fucking hell, look, 2 decks together, and it came out again. I should have fought for you. So that's a strong message, because I saw it, shuffled it back, mentioned it, and then it's come out again. I should have fought for you. This person's like, I should have put up a fight for this. Like, what we had was worth fighting for, whatever, however serious it was. But I don't feel like I deserved it. Yeah, so there's a definite thing going on here where this is a masculine that's like, it's not that you were never good enough for them, it's that they didn't feel good enough for you. And like I say, that breaks my heart, because, you know, you've always been good enough for each other. But what isn't good enough is if you, whoever, if either of you allow the other one to treat you how you know you don't deserve, you know. Like, don't let anybody, including your twin flame, treat you how you don't like. Yeah, basically don't let anyone in life treat you a way that you don't look at as the hair flip, you know. Treat yourself with love and respect, and your biggest test will be your twin flame, you know. And some of you will fail with it. I definitely know I have at times over the years, but it's like, when you can get to a point of being like, no, even you don't get to treat me like that. That's actually ironically when quite a lot of stuff will come even closer together with you and your twin flame, because they will then not, well, they'll get the message that they can't muck you about like that, but they'll also stop letting other people muck them about, whatever that means. So yeah, I was in denial. This is somebody waking up. I'm sorry I hid my real feelings from you. Wow, fucking hell. So that, again, in a Pisces moon, I'm like scarily more psychic here, but it's like, again, it's just God speaking through me. I say it all the time, but that is kind of amazing, because that is what I said, that this person's had their feelings from you. Like, I titled the other one, I haven't watched back yet. So again, I think I'm going to publish that one tonight, and then I'll keep this one for tomorrow. So tomorrow being Thursday, Thursday or Friday. But basically, yeah, I said this person's loved you all along, but they might never have told you. They could have hid it. I'm sorry I hid my real feelings from you. I've always been in love with you. That's what I said. It's always been you. And I'm a coward for not admitting that to you sooner. I'm gaining the courage to tell you face to face. Now, it could have been the case that this person has always consciously known it was you. Like, it was always you. This person, that could be the secret. Somebody's like, no, like, I did know it was you. But I wasn't ready, basically. At least as being honest, if that's the case. There could be something significant about the 1st of August, because I'm just being drawn to 108, or 8th of January, but I suppose the 1st of August is closer. But, or it could be that this person's like, I'm sorry, like, I didn't know what this was, and now I do. And now it's all I can think about. Like, that's what I feel. So we didn't get the I'm going to turn up at the door one, but we did get I'm on my way to you. So now let's see. I was on my way to you. Every heartbreak was another something. I was never lost. I was just passing through. I was on my way to you. I like that song, but it's like goes up and down anyway. It's J-Lo. But fuck me, is it J-Lo? Because when I've said before about, like, apparently she hijacked somebody else, like, well, it's more just in the famous, you know, the most popular song, it's somebody else's voice. So, but she must be able to sing a little bit, fuck knows. There's that many frauds and phonies out there. Like I said, there's somebody fucking pretending to be me out there on other platforms. So if you're getting friend requests, it's no fucking me, right? So I thought about that. I thought that would be fucking hilarious if it's asking people to be pals that I'm not even fucking friends anymore and all that shit. And fucking, anyway, I'm not going to bother, because it's no fucking me. So, you know what I mean? That's who it's like, you can get really bothered. It's not me. You know what I mean? This is what's kind of mad. I actually said, like, literally 2 days ago, before this information came my way last night, look out for people tricking you. How do you know that that is actually is who you think it is? And then look at that. It was going on. I didn't even fucking know. But that's how my soul knew before my conscious mind got the information. Weird. Because God was telling me. And that's why I always say, you know, that's what it's like. Well, that's what it's like being a seer. All the different names you can use for it: seer, oracle, clairvoyant, blah, 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 medium. But it's kind of like, I've always been able to see, like I said, I can see years and years, sometimes decades in the future with certain things, and it's kind of for my own life and for worldly events, and you know, so it can take a while for stuff to prove in the world and in personal lives, blah blah. But usually, whatever I said, it does always end up making sense, even if it wasn't quite in the way that it's, you know, sometimes it can be different than what. Anyway, so that's where you got to let it go of things. But it's like, it's not an exact science, all this stuff. But where I was going with that was, yeah, with twin flames, like, you know, I get visions of things and that, or I just get a sense, or I have dreams, or I get specific synchronicities, obviously for all twin flames, and that's what my job is, to come here and deliver the message here. But I get ones about my own journey. And so it's kind of like, that's where, you know, it's when I actually do talk to him, which is going to be his call in both senses of the word. Like, that's his move to let me know when he wants to talk. It's I want to know what is like the truth and what is the devil playing tricks in my mind. So that's going to be interesting. Because sometimes you don't always know that. But that's why it's wise to just, between twin flames, just fucking air it all out, tell the truth. 111, alignment, manifestation, get it all out there. And then you can start, like, again, my recommendation would be, if you've known each other in the past, and there's a lot of water right under the bridge and all this kind of stuff, once you've cleared the air, just start again where possible, like you've just met each other for the first time. Again, I sang that song earlier in another video. I just now got the feeling that we're meeting for the first time. I might put that in one of the titles, because that's what it feels like. I mean, that song, if you listen to the lyrics, is actually about, it sounds like it's about a couple that have been together a long time, or even married, and they're going through a hard time, and then they get through the hard time by having a cheap bottle of wine and having a laugh and getting it on. I don't know, that's kind of like what, but you know what I mean, when we tweak it a bit, this could be, you've known this person before in a different way. Perhaps you got intimate in that way, but you didn't allow yourself to really know each other's, the other parts of your life, and now you're going to get to know each other. Oh yeah, the card came out, it said getting to know each other. So what does this feminine want to say to the masculine to go with those messages? Oh my god, I wish I'd said that too. Now again, it's an intense one, but again, I don't care if you believe me here. So again, when I say that, I don't care if you believe me and I'm sassy. It is Leo season, which is sassy, and I've got that sass anyway. But I feel that this is how this masculine's going to be. Like, that's the truth. I don't care if you believe it. Well, it's like, I think this masculine would care if you believe them or not, to be honest. But it's kind of, it could be the feminine saying that. I think it is, because this is the feminine's cards. I don't care if you believe it. There's definitely things that have happened, you know, in the past between me and mine that I'm like, look, that's the truth. I don't care if you believe it or not. I'm telling the truth. Do you know what I mean? And actually, I can even get people to prove it. So you know what I mean? There's several different things. It's like, this depends, because some of these things are ages ago that I'm like, I wonder what's been said there, or you know. And so I'm sure there'll be things like that. I'm sure there'll be things like that for you too. So again, I do feel that could be a feminine. Like, I don't care if you believe it. That's the truth. So you can believe what you want to believe. But yeah, anyway, I saw this card, I shuffled, and it's come out again out of all of them. Our spirit babies talk to me. I wonder if you see their signs too. So like I've explained before, that can either be that there's children that are yet to come in, like a child that's yet to come in, or however many, you know what I mean, depends on what ages you are and that, I suppose, again. And even if, you know, and again, this is only where both people want this, but it's like, or it's like a child from a past life is guiding you, because that can be ancestors as well. But it doesn't say about ancestors. But I did pull a card for someone earlier that said the ancestors. Yeah, a child that basically you've both had in a past life could be guiding you back together. So they might not be one that incarnates in this life, but they're guiding you back together. Or it could be, you know, for a small minority of people, but you never know. Like somebody, like I have met people like that in online and in person. I've said this before, that once I was at an event, and it was only I think it was a 2-day thing or something, or a weekend thing. But long story short, like, we got talking on the break, weirdly got talking about twin flames, and I'm talking like there was about 8 people in this very small class. It was something to do with like child meditation, I think, actually. And because it was so many years ago, and basically the long and short of it was the women had lost their baby, but I basically said, I mentioned I said something mystical, and it was actually the day that we were at the course was the anniversary of when she had lost her baby. So I mean, how intense is that? And again, very hard to prove. If you're picking up on a miscarriage, an abortion, somebody that's lost a child young, that you know, like a baby, or something, how the fuck are you meant to prove that? But that is one of the ways you could prove it, by being like, saying the date that something unfortunately happened, or the date that they were due or something. And I'd done something like that, so the woman was kind of like, oh my god. And then though we all got talking about twin, it was so weird. Like, it turned out that like practically half of that class were twin flames. So this is the weird shit that happens to me all the time. So I do feel there's something, and with me coughing, that could be quite hard for one of you to talk about, but I really do feel, unfortunately, somebody could have lost a baby here. I don't contact you to give you space when all I want is to be around you, or speak at least. Oh god, that was weird. I really felt that. And there's a tear coming out my eye as well. So please don't. Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm going to have to read it because it's so significant, right? This is the one I don't like reading because, well, I didn't call him that and he didn't call me that. But I've wrote, please don't worry, baby. Everything's working out. Take your time to heal. But I said the words because it feels significant, because I've just said that about babies there. God, that's pretty intense. I know you want to contact me, follow your heart and do it. So, I mean, yeah, I mean, like, if my writing was a bit neater, I would feel like I would want to show I'm on my way to you. I don't even mind that some think I'm crazy for believing you'll remember us, I'll see in time. That's interesting, because the person I was doing a reading for earlier, I actually pulled the card for them about I remember, and it felt very much like I said, I was reading for somebody that's spiritually awakening, but so new to spiritual awakening, I wouldn't even say that person's went through their big dark night. So what astrological influence is going on between these twins then? Again, this is definitely going out Thursday or even Friday, because I was going to do a short one, but they've tricked me into doing it. Again, it might be because I'm too tired to do. I mean, it is going to be Aries moon at some point tomorrow, but because I've done this tonight, I might just not bother. I'll still film tomorrow, but I'll film Fridays and one for the week, you know what I mean? That's how I'm doing it, so that I'm not recording after Friday night. I don't want to be filming anything on camera, unless I really wanted to. Like, again, if I had my hair and makeup on, I was going somewhere or that, if I had spare time, I probably would film one. But I'm trying not to on Saturday and Sunday, and even Monday during the day, because so that I've got that balance. Right, what's the astrological influence for the feminine? Saturn return. So again, you could be going through a Saturn return, whether it's like, you know, your first one or a second one, but it's kind of like either that you're going through some really tough karmic lessons, or you've already went through them and you've learned a lot. But also Saturn rules Capricorn, and we just came out the Capricorn full moon, so Capricorn Saturn, oh, for fuck's sake, your karmic lessons could be coming to an end, as in you're getting your rewards. That's what I feel. The masculine astrological influence is, wow, Capricorn. So Saturn return for the feminine, but that can also be the masculine's feelings, and Capricorn for the masculine. Again, I really do feel and I really do feel means it's a very strong message. Karmic lessons are completing here for rewards, and that's why you've got Mercury, communication. Communication's coming in, baby. Oh look, I just said baby again. There's something about babies here. Void, of course, moon missing. 5th house, creativity, that's Leo, that's sex. That also looks like, look, mask festival. So I think people are dropping the masks, but this could also be about you're getting out and about doing things, playing, creativity. And although void, of course, isn't meaning missing in that sense, it's like I feel somebody is missing you and they're in their fields, because that says Cancer. I feel it, and we've just come out of Cancer season. Right. I feel the message is actually done now, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull a few of these. Clarity. Somebody's got the clarity now. Take time to think about your situation to gain clarity. This is interesting. I had this download earlier today. I think there could have been some really unfortunate miscommunication or misunderstanding in this connection, where this masculine could have perceived you as rejecting them, in whatever way that might come about. And then it's like kind of like they've went into a bit of a scorned lover kind of energy, and that can be when the masculine sort of lash out and they do everything to kind of get back at you. Yeah, that's specific, but I did kind of get that energy. And again, you'll know this because of the telepathy. Like, you'll just be like, I wonder if they've perceived me as rejecting them, like, something. So, but again, it'd be where you're rejecting yourself. It's all deep with twin flames for that, right? So anyway, what do we need to know? How's this going to end up with these? Oh, with this pair or whoever all resonates with this? Oh, for fuck's sake! Yeah, look, it's past life. You've had past lives together. You've known each other before. But again, remember what I said. Look out for other past life interruptions is what I want to say. People coming back from your past, or it could even be new people, but you've had a past life connection with them. Clarity, yeah, somebody's got the clarity, and it came out again, somebody's got the clarity that it was never unrequited love, it just wasn't the right time. Healing family issues, somebody's healing inner wound, and inner wounds, inner child wounds. This old love is coming back in a new way. The chemistry's never died. There's going to be a lot of forgiving and learning. I usually say, well, they're getting me to say again, that's one where it's like, I can't believe I've done that to you, and it's like, it's okay, I forgive you, you know. I was wearing a mask, I wasn't being who I really was. Now I really want to make the effort. See how the wee boy's leaning over? Somebody's healed their... This is what I said in the last video. Sometimes you have to, if it's true love, I believe, but definitely if it's twin flames, like you energetically send love. If you're not, when it's twin flame, but even when you're with them physically too, you send love to heal their inner child and allow them to step into the man they're going to be, or the person. And even when you're with them physically too, always be aware that your twin flame has got an inner child that's fragile, just as yours is fragile. But yeah, great love is about worth taking the steps you're guided to take. Yeah, so that's what they wanted to share from that. And then, because these messages are really long, but I was guided to get this tape. Again, it's a beautiful tape, but they're not always really long. But what do we need to add to this beautiful message? Oh, it's 38 again. So yeah, the age 38 is significant here. Geometric coherence, free of portals. Notice I don't even fucking laugh when I say it now, because everybody just fucking knows it's like the fucking ages have went up as the... Oh, I think I've just pulled the 8 of Wands again in this deck, and the 29th. So the 29th is July, and fast communication is July. Somebody could specifically be getting fast communication on the 29th of July, which is the anniversary of the channel. But it won't be me, because that would be too obvious, wouldn't it? So, 38. So, it's time to gather your nearest and dearest around you, socialise, celebrate, and see what collaborative projects might emerge from the trusting dynamics of good friends and family. Yeah, so there's something to be celebrated here. I can't work out what. 3 Wands? Or 3 Pentacles? 3 Wands or 3 Pentacles? Yeah. Oh no, wait a minute, 3 Cups. It's not the 3 Swords anyway, because that's heartbreak, but I don't know. I'll work out as I read it. I might not though. This card may also signify a shared project, 3 Pentacles, an opportunity to explore working together in a synergistic group. Oh, and that's funny, because like I said, one of my names for one of the membership levels is Synergy, because my previous memberships years ago were called that. And yeah, and like I said before, I know that some of you like that word as well. Because it is, you know what I mean, it's very twin flaming. Having a shared intention or a goal can foster incredible cohesiveness. And again, I feel that's going to be this very important conversation. I think I might put that, I don't know, I'll see when I watch it back what I'll put in the title, but there's an important conversation coming in, and it feels like it's coming in quick. I don't know how quick it is to do with this, but look, I've just looked at 1, 2, 3, fuck a let's go energy. I'll be fascinated to know if this actually happens to anyone. I'm kind of over, you know, I just put out the messages. It's I'm in a sassy vibe, but do you know what I mean? It's like, you know, I put it out and let go. The people we surround ourselves with create our reality. They inspire us to see the world in different ways, open our minds and affirm our values. And they can either encourage you towards your goals, or they can subtly plant the seed of doubt to pull you away. And again, it's funny, because I'm about to watch Love Island when I eventually finish this, it's reminded me when I've said before, when there's always one every year that sabotages all the rest, but they don't actually cheat. So they subtly convince all the rest of them to cheat and sabotage the good thing that they've got going, right? Because a lot of them have got a good thing going and they're easily manipulated, and then they cheat on the girl. Or, you know, it's not cheating, but it's seen as that on that show, you know, that it's just basically, it's a bit disrespectful when they've got to go back and humiliate the person, basically, because that is what happens, but they sign up for it. But think about it, we did in the twin flame journey too, but it's kind of like, yeah, it feels like that kind of energy of like, just be careful you've not got people that are subtly sabotaging you, like talking you out of a dream of being with your true love or a long lost love, or you're never going to be good enough for her, or, you know, she's going to get sick of you after. I don't know. These are all the horrible things that I'm hearing. So I don't know. Or or it could be directly about the person, like I don't like her, or you know, and that's usually kind of, it's like, well, why don't you like her? And then it's usually when people come up with the stupidest reasons ever, you know. But I mean, it's, who knows what's going on with different people. Celebrate and appreciate those around you, and see where you can find opportunities for harmonious co-creation. It feels like people are just being guided towards soul family, basically. Yeah. What's on the bottom? The Empress. Yeah. Again, abundance, divine feminine energy. So yeah, I definitely do feel, you know, there's going to be an Empress, that I definitely feel like there's going to be a divine feminine, an Empress energy that's going to be celebrating and working together with your twin flame soon. So who knows what that means? Working together, having an important conversation, working together, actually literally working together at some point, or working together and move forward in love. Could be all of it for some people. Seven of Light codes, courageous alignment. Yeah, it's all coming into alignment. I just feel guided to Eight of Guardian. Yeah, someone's been working hard towards a union, and it feels like both people. Return to the mother tree, 10 of Light codes. So I feel like that's going to be the 10 of Cups, happily ever after, or the 10 of Pentacles, working hard to have a family legacy. Love and compassion, the lovers. Yeah, the lovers are returning to one another. That's beautiful. I don't know what I'm going to use for the thumbnail, but Nine of Activate. Yeah, it's been a hard journey, because I think that's the Nine of Wands. In it, but not of it. Wheel of Life. Fate and destinies. Basically, the wheel of fate and destiny is turning. And you're not meant to know when this comes about. You let me know when this manifests, but I'm going to over and out, close this out, and yeah, see you later. Book a session if you need one.